Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a hot cocoa bar decorate with me, and I have all of the stuff on the table that I am going to be using. Of course, I won't be using everything. I just always like to have options and see what's going to work and see what's not. Those picks I actually got from Temu, and y'all, I love them. You get so many for a really good deal, and I might have to end up ordering some more next year because I love them. So as you can see, I have some decor, some signs, some trays, the coffee, the hot chocolate, the marshmallows, the sprinkles, all of that good stuff. And this is how the coffee bar is looking now. I did go on and hang up the hot cocoa bar sign with some command strips, and I wanted to start with a clean slate. But here is just a little sneak peek of everything that I have. So down here in this area, I always start there first, and I really wanted to keep this area really simple. I actually wanted to keep the whole cocoa bar simple. I didn't want it to look cluttered, so I added this cute tray that I got from TJ Maxx, this cocoa jar from Walmart, the Mrs. Claus Bake Shop from Dollar General, and I decided to put some coffee, the Starbucks Holiday Blend in there, which I've never tried before, so I am really excited to give that a try. And I decided to put the hot chocolate into the cocoa jar from Walmart, and the clear jar, the clear Christmas tree jar, I'm actually going to put these Frosty the Snowman individually wrapped marshmallows in there, which I thought was really cool that Walmart did that, because I've never known Walmart to do that. But the jar I was just not loving. I did not love it with the red canisters, so I ended up not using the jar at all and put the marshmallows into the Mrs. Claus Bake Shop jar later on. So I added my gingerbread coffee syrup and my vanilla coffee syrup because I do like to switch it up a bit. Added some greenery. I was going to put the sprinkles that I got from Walmart in the Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas jar that I got from Dollar General last year, but I decided to just keep it in the jar that I was in that has a little deer on top because I thought that was too cute. So y'all are going to see me play around with everything because I had a really hard time. So here I decided to add the Reindeer Snacks canister that I got from TJ Maxx a couple of years ago. I did put all of the coffee in there at first, and I think I put all the cocoa in there at one time too, but I decided to just redo everything, which you'll see later on. So I decided to add this round tray to put the canisters on, and at first I thought it looked perfect and was a really good idea, but then I ended up coming back to that area later on, which y'all will see, and I added some garland that I got from Walmart a couple of years ago. Onto the shelves, I added my hot sweater weather teapot that I got from Hobby Lobby, and then these Naughty and Nice mugs onto this cake stand with some candy canes and this really cute little gingerbread bowl. It's actually a measuring cup, but I thought it looked really cute there. And those green trees I really wanted to use in the coffee bar area, but eventually I do not use them because they just did not work out. So I will not be using the green trees. So I came back down to this area because I was having a really hard time with the shelves, and decided to go with this tray, which I'm so glad that I did. I was able to put all of my canisters in there and my coffee syrups. Added the little gingerbread bowl with my measuring spoons up in there, which at first I thought was really cute, but with a toddler it wasn't a good idea, so I ended up moving them later on. So here I am again working on these shelves. So I added the canister, the cocoa canister. I did have candy in there, and I thought it would be cute to kind of like, I needed something in that space, so I decided to put the canister there, and it just did not work out. So at the very, very top, I had a lot of trouble. I added this Mrs. Claus's gingerbread bakery sign with these little cute trees from Walmart and that cute little house that you see. The lantern I definitely was not loving, so I took it away. And at first I decided to kind of just keep it with this Mrs. Claus gingerbread bakery sign with the two little trees and then the little gingerbread guy and the little house. I was just not loving it though, so I ended up changing things around again. And this idea I love so much better. I decided to keep all of my canisters in that one spot. And then up here, I decided to take the little wooden spoons and put them in this little mug. I did put a napkin down at the bottom to kind of raise the spoons up a bit more. And I just ended up deciding to use this cute little gingerbread guy that I thought was perfect for the little mugs and tray. I added this wreath. And then at the very top, like I said, I was not happy. So I felt like these two trees and this big sign that says Merry Christmas was perfect. And y'all, I love it. I love how it turned out. It turned out so cute. I went on and added the Mrs. Claus gingerbread bakery sign right there in front of the wreath and thought that looked a lot better. Here I am just switching the candy into the reindeer snack jar and then the coffee and hot chocolate into the cocoa jar. I just thought that made way more sense. And this is the final result. This is how everything turned out. And y'all, I love it. Added my gingerbread mug. I'm very happy. It took hours to do that, to do everything, but I'm so glad that I took the time to really do it the way that I wanted. I thought maybe a gingerbread house will look really cute in that area. So maybe next year I can get one, and then maybe like a little Santa and maybe some Santa mugs would look really cute. So I'm already having some ideas for next year. Y'all, that is going to be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all. Welcome to my channel. So this video is going to be my Christmas kitchen and dining room decorate with me. And I'm just showing y'all here some things that I'm going to be working with. Now, as y'all could tell, there's already a Christmas tree put up and everything in the dining room. Spoiler alert, we also have our tree in our living room already put up and decorated. Now, the living room is not decorated or anything, but we always put our Christmas trees up Thanksgiving Eve. We get them prepped and ready Thanksgiving Eve, and then Thanksgiving night is when we decorate our tree as a family. So, and y'all, this year my daughter is 2. She's going on 3. So she's more aware of everything that's going on around her, and she's realizing what holidays are. Y'all, when we cut our lights on, she had the best reaction to the Christmas tree lighting. She got so excited. And she loved decorating the tree. So I believe decorating the tree is definitely her favorite thing. So she loved it. She definitely takes after her mama here. And I take after my mama because my mama goes all out for Christmas and loves decorating for Christmas. So my daughter definitely takes after her mama and her grandma. So I started here on my dining room table and I laid my runner that I got from Dollar General last year, which I love. And then I got these picks that I got from Temu this year and put them in this tray. Now, I tried to put these deer in there, but it was just not working. To me, they were just too tall. The picks were not, the greenery was just not working out. I even tried it with these gold deer that you see here, and it was just not working. So I took these garlands, these two small garlands that I got from Temu this year as well, and I love them. They were a little bit easier to work with, and also the gold deer went down in there perfectly. So y'all, before I even started doing any of this, I did have an idea of what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted something simple, but also looked really, really nice. And y'all, I think this looked really, really nice. This was my vision, and my vision came to life. And I love how it turned out. So I really wanted to put something down in there, like maybe some ornaments or something. I did try to get these bells off of this old Dollar Tree door knob hanger, and I cut the bells off and tried to place them around in there, but it was just not working out. So I do end up taking the bells away and then adding these old ornaments that I have. And that just looked so much better. I did have to work with it a little bit. It was kind of hard to get it nestled into the garland, but I finally did get it. And there went one goes. But y'all, I really do love this. This is how it turned out. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts. Here in my mantle area, I added these two windows, which I love. I think I'm going to keep those there all year round. So I really wanted a sign in the middle, but I did not know which sign that I wanted to go with. At first, I really liked this sign, but I felt like it needed maybe some more color to it, so I wasn't really sure. At first, I thought it might be too big, and then I added this Holly Farms sign that I got from Dollar Tree, I think last year or the year before last. And then I have these little trees that I have, and I really just was not loving it. So I ended up going with these trees, which I love. These trees are new from TJ Maxx this year, which I love. And then, y'all, I did not know if I wanted to add garland or not. But y'all will see eventually how I do it in the end. And then I added these bells I got from Walmart. And now I'm starting off here in this little area in my kitchen. I always start off in this little area here. And I'm just adding my cutting board back, my knives. Added this Christmas tree cheese board. I think that's what it was. And I added this little Santa hat on my clothes. That is actually a mug topper. I did this last year and I really loved it, so I decided to do it again this year. So I did play around with this little area for a little bit. I felt like it was getting too cluttered, so I ended up just going with this little Santa that I have. That's actually a little tea light holder. I actually got that years ago from Walmart. And then over here in this tray, I was actually really excited to decorate this tray for Christmas this year. I loved how I decorated it for Halloween and how I decorated it for fall, but I had a harder time with Christmas this year. So, but right here, I'm just adding these little picks that I got from Temu into that little jar. That's actually a canister that I got from Dollar General a couple of years ago, and I just kind of made it into a vase. And I added this little deer, that little tree there that you see is from Dollar General, and then added that little house. So I did get in the way a little bit here, just for a little bit, because everything was just so close to me and was near me. So I was kind of grabbing things here and there and trying to figure out how I wanted to do this tray, which was a bit of a struggle. So over here in this area by my sink, I definitely did not want to do a whole lot. So I ended up trying to put these trees here, but I ended up trying a bunch of different ways with the trees because I had quite a bit of trees and I hadn't used them yet anywhere in the house, because the areas that I've only decorated are my kitchen, dining room. I did my coffee bar and all that. So I wanted to see if I can put them here in the kitchen. So I tried this little corner over here, and at first I thought I was kind of liking it a little bit over here, but then I switched it out for our advent calendar that we got this year and put some deer there, which at first I thought was kind of cute. But I do end up changing. I came back over here to this tray and I felt like the vase needed a bow or something like that. So I tried to make a bow and I ended up not liking the bow at all. So I actually took the old doorknob hanger. I keep saying doorbell, but it's doorknob. The doorknob bell hanger, whatever you want to call it. I actually took the whole thing apart. I guess you can call that ribbon, but the material that was wrapped around the round piece, I actually put around the vase part, and I took the little bow that was on there and glued it to the vase, and I think it turned out so cute. So I can't wait to show y'all how it looks in the end. And then I decided to switch out the trays, which I think turned out so much better. I just kept everything the same. The only thing I added was the salt and pepper shaker truck and added some bells later on. And then over here in this area, I decided to actually use all the trees and put them in the tray. And I added some snowballs, and then I do add some lights. I did move our advent calendar down by our microwave. And then y'all, this is how everything turned out in the end, which I'm very, very, very pleased. This is my favorite centerpiece that I've ever done for Christmas. I love how our tree turned out. And then I put the garland that was supposed to be on our tree but did not work out. It did not work out on the mantle, so I just put it on our window. I moved the Holly Farm sign down on that little wall, and then I took away the trees. I felt like the sign needed to be bigger, so I used this sign, the North Pole Trading Co. I painted the frame white, and then I just took away the trees because I felt like it was too cluttered. And then over here, I added our tree collar that I got from Dollar General. And nothing has changed in the coffee bar area. I did add like a little sign over there close to it. It's like a candy cane sign. And then this is how the kitchen looks at night. In our kitchen, I added some little touches here and there. Added my Claus & Co. toy shop sign that I got from an antique store. Added some wreaths up above the stove, and then added that little tree there that you see from Dollar Tree. Added some bells. As y'all can see, that's my little DIY, somewhat of a DIY bow that I did. My Fraser Fir soap, which smells so good. My Cookies for Santa sign. Our snowman countdown to Christmas. That's how it looks with the lights, which y'all, is so cozy. So pretty and cozy. And then I added some lights to our Hobby Lobby dupe, to our advent calendar. And as y'all can see, there's no lights around the window anymore. That is because the battery pack and the string came apart. So yeah, I had to toss that. So later on, I do want to add some garland and some lights around the window. So stay tuned for a home tour, because you may see that in the home tour. I'm always changing things up and changing things around, but I think I'm pretty happy with how the kitchen turned out, besides not having the garland and the lights right now. Well, y'all, that is going to be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what y'all think down in the comments below, and tell me what y'all think, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So this video is going to be the last Christmas decorate with me of 2023, and I'm going to be decorating the living room, bathroom, and our bedroom. I do know that the layout of our furniture is a little bit awkward, with the couch being on this wall and kind of being in the way when you walk in, but we never really have company, so I don't really have to worry about people coming in and out and the couch being in the way. And I really like for our tree to be on a different wall each year for Christmas, so I'm really happy with how it looks right now. But anyways, this is everything that I'm going to be working with in this space. So I am really, really happy with how it is set up right now. And here is how everything is looking so far before I start decorating. I'm starting off with our mantle, and I'm just adding some garland. I did have to work with that garland for a little bit, so I had to speed it up. And then I'm adding some lights here. And then I am adding our stockings with our name tags here. I am so sorry, y'all, for the angle. I know it's a little bit off. I did not realize how off it was here. Over here in this basket, we keep that blanket out all year round, and I'm just adding a throw blanket and a Be Merry pillow. And then I'm just going to add this wreath that I got this year. I forgot to show y'all that in the haul that I did. On this wall, I added a Farm Fresh Christmas tree sign and a North Pole mailbox. And then this Ho 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 Santa door hanger I got from Dollar Tree years ago. Here I'm showing y'all a bag full of Christmas ornaments, and in those Christmas ornaments are the titles of our favorite Christmas movies that we love to watch as a family, and we will take turns picking one out for our Christmas family movie night. And y'all, we've been doing this tradition for years. I used to wrap them up in wrapping paper and do it that way, but we decided to get a little bit more creative this year. Here, I am just going to add some Christmas wreaths on each of these windows here. Now, I have moved on to the shelves, and I wanted to show y'all in this angle of the shelves. That way y'all can see all 3 shelves and how I was decorating them. It did take me a little bit of time to get them to the way that I liked, and I was being very mindful of what I was going to put at the very bottom. So I do move those trees down to the bottom. That way when my toddler gets them, they will not easily break. They're not glass, so I don't really know what kind of material that they are, but I do know that they will not easily break unless you were to like throw it or something like that on a hard floor, which she has not been doing. She has been playing with them, but she has been keeping them here in the living room area. And then that ball that I got that from TJ Maxx, and I DIY'd it to make it look like an ornament. So I was not loving the books, and I ended up taking these stacked books away. And y'all are going to see me change that lantern out, and I'm just going to put that snowman over there where that lantern was. Here, I added this little centerpiece here that my mama made. When I was decorating, I wanted to make sure that it was something that would light up on every shelf. And here is how our living room turned out. As you can see, added some things and moved some things around. I think the farmhouse window and the wreath looks better on the wall that it's on. And then that Christmas tree farm sign I moved toward our tree, which I think looks a lot better. I did move our tree over closer to the sign because I thought it looked a little bit more better that way. And I'm just giving y'all a closer look of everything. It's very, very cozy, and I love how it turned out. And this is how it looks at night with the lights off. Added our mistletoe over there in our door. We've had that mistletoe, y'all, for many, 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 many years. And then here is our bedroom. This is everything that I'm going to be working with in our bedroom. And this is just how it's looking right now. I kind of went very, very simple here in our bedroom. I never go too all out in here. On the dresser, added this table runner that I got from Dollar General, and I put a Christmas ambiance on our TV. It was playing Christmas music. I always love to listen to Christmas music or watch a Christmas movie while I am decorating for Christmas. And then I added those 2 trees. They're for outside, but I've been using them for inside. And then added some garland with some lights, and those 3 wreaths I got from Dollar General last year. And then on our bed, I just added these 2 throw pillows with this red joy pillow that was given to us as a gift a couple of years ago. And then at the end of our bed, I added this blanket that I got from, I think, Kroger a couple of years ago. And then over on the dresser, I put the little deers that I got from TJ Maxx. I ended up going with just the 2 small deers. The big deer is actually in our kitchen right now. And then I just added these 2 little trees that I got from Walmart last year. So this is how everything turned out. I have made some changes since this video. I've added a garland on the dresser, and then I have a tree on each side of the dresser now. I also added some things on our nightstands. And here is how everything looks with the lights off. And now we are in our bathroom, and we actually have not decorated in this bathroom in months because we have been working on it. And it took us months to finally get it done. We were always so busy and always on the go, but we finally got it done. We do still have a bit of minor work that needs to be done in here, but the majority of it is done, and we are finally able to decorate. I started off with the shower curtain and added this fun shower curtain here with the Santa Clauses and the reindeer. Added this red hand towel. And then over here on the shelves, I had to play around with it a little bit, but I went with this birdhouse. And then I added a snowman tea light candle holder. And I ended up going with the flocked trees and that little tree there that you see by the snowman and the Merry and Bright soap dispenser. Well, y'all, that is going to be it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for a home tour. That will be my next video. And I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all. Hey y'all, welcome to my Christmas home tour of 2023. I have done some Christmas decorate with me's, but I've changed things around a bit, and I've also added some things. So, but I'm gonna go on and get started with the TV area here. I have this Christmas ambiance going on from YouTube in the background. And then I have this joy sign up above. I normally put the Merry Christmas sign up above the TV, but that sign is actually in my coffee bar area. So I put this one up instead. And then I have my garland with some lights and some holly that I added. And then onto our stockings, I added these cute little bells that I got from Hobby Lobby. I love it. I think it adds a cute little touch. And then I have the fireplace going. And then over on the shelves, I have this snowman. And then the tree is actually from a store called Bales. I love that store. I'm new to it because they just opened one up about 15 minutes away from us, and I was able to go and make a trip, and I love it. And then down here I have this, I guess you can call it a ball, but now it's an ornament because I DIY'd it to make it look like an ornament, but I got it from TJ Maxx this year. So I just took a little topper of an ornament and just added a bow. And then I have this ornament candle here. This is actually new from Kroger. And then down here I have this tree that I got from TJ Maxx, new this year. And then down here I have this Merry Christmas Letters to Santa mailbox that I got from Family Dollar, new this year. And then over here on this shelf, I have another tree that I got from that store. It's got Santa's sleigh on it. And then the bell is new this year as well. I got that from TJ Maxx. And then on this shelf, I switched out that flower bouquet with the ornaments inside for this here. This is a tree jar that I got from TJ Maxx. Added a little bow in there. I added some ornaments and some lights. The ornaments came from Dollar General. And then I have this, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. sign, and then the deer that I got from TJ Maxx. And then down here I have this tree. Then down here I have this Santa Claus, and then it's actually a tea light candle holder, and then these stack of books. And then over here I have this Be Merry pillow and this Christmas throw blanket in there. And then up above I just have these flocked wreaths up on my little windows. And then I have a Christmas quilt on the couch. And then over here I have this Santa Claus Ho 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 door hanger that I got from Dollar Tree years ago. And then over here on this wall I have this North Pole Post mailbox that I got from Walmart years ago. And then on my farmhouse window I have this wreath that I got from Walmart new this year, and then I added some lights. And then I have some mistletoe up on our door. We've had that mistletoe for many, many, many years, and I got it from Walmart. And then we have our fresh cut Christmas trees sled that I got from Walmart years ago. And then over here on this wall we have our Farm Fresh Christmas tree sign that I got from Walmart years ago. And then we have our Christmas tree of 2023 up. And then this truck over here, this truck I got from Dollar General a couple of years ago, and my daughter has been playing with it, so I definitely have got to work on it. But on the back of the truck is actually a bag full of ornaments that have the titles of our favorite Christmas movies that we love to watch as a family, and we just each take a turn and pick a movie out. We love that tradition. I normally would wrap them up in wrapping paper and take turns opening them up and all that kind of stuff, but this year she's into everything. So she doesn't really mess with this too much. So I'm going to try and get creative with that every year. But we've been doing the tradition for years and we love it. And this is how it all looks at night. So cozy. And then in our dining room, we have a Christmas tree up in here. This is the first year that I've done a really big Christmas tree up in here. This Christmas tree was on clearance last year, and I am not a really big fan of it, but I decided to keep it and put it up. I tried to put it in our bedroom because I wanted a tree in there. It was just too big for the space, so we decided to just put it here in the dining room and added some lights. And then we added a collar, and the collar is from Dollar General. And then over on our window, I added some garland. I tried to put that on our tree, but it was just too short and it did not work out. So I decided to put it here on our window for a little extra touch. And then I have this Holly Farms sign that I got from Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. Get a little bit of a closer look. And then on our table, I made the centerpiece. This bowl was from TJ Maxx. I just got it a couple of weeks. Well, actually, it was around fall time when I had gotten it. But I had gotten these 2 garlands from Temu. And the deer are from TJ Maxx, new this year. And I just added those ornaments. Those ornaments are very, very old. I've had them for years. And then this table runner is from Dollar General last year. And then up on the mantle, I added those windows. Those windows were actually over here. They were in our bedroom one time, and then I moved them in here. And then I decided to put them here on the mantle, which I love. And I think I'm going to do that all year round. And then I added this North Pole Trading Co. sign that I got from Walmart years ago. I actually DIY'd it. The frame was black, and then I just painted it white. And then the garland is new. I got from Walmart this year. And I actually added some more greenery to this, and these actually came from Temu this year. And then I added some lights. And then I added these bells that I got from Walmart years ago. And then over here, I have my coffee bar area. I gotta take those down because those are gifts. So up on the very top shelf, I have this Merry Christmas sign I got from Big Lots a couple of years ago. And that is the sign that I would normally put up in my, up above our TV in our living room. But I thought it looked better here this year. And then these flocked trees I got from Walmart a couple of years ago. And then I added this garland. I think it was from Walmart. I have this hot chocolate weather teapot that I got from Hobby Lobby new this year. And then I have this wreath. This wreath actually came from Dollar General last year on clearance. And then this Mrs. Claus Gingerbread Bakery sign I got from Walmart on clearance last year. So this is the first year using this. And I just have it propped up on this cheese board. And then I have this little cake stand here with the Naughty and Nice mugs that I got from, and the candy canes. They all came in a kit. They came from Walmart. I think it was a couple of years ago. And then the gingerbread man came with that sign there. And then I have some little wooden spoons that I got from Hobby Lobby this year. And then down here, I have my hot cocoa bar sign that I got from Hobby Lobby new this year. And then I have my coffee syrups, gingerbread and vanilla. I have like all of the hot cocoa, coffee, candy, marshmallows. The marshmallows are in this Mrs. Claus Bake Shop canister that I got from Dollar General a couple of years ago. The cocoa jar came from Walmart a couple of years ago. And then the reindeer snacks I got from TJ Maxx. And then I have some sprinkles. And then this mug is actually new. I got that from Dollar General a couple of days ago. And that is how my coffee bar is looking. I have not changed anything on here since I did the decorate with me. Everything has stayed the same. And then this is how everything looks at night. I don't have a lot of lighting in here. And then here is my whole kitchen area. Over on the pantry door, I have this Candy Canes Making Christmas Sweeter Since 1902. I got that on clearance from Dollar General last year. And then we have our aprons. I actually got my daughter an apron, and we love to get in the kitchen and bake. It's a little gingerbread apron. That came from Dollar General. And then up above our stove, we have 2 wreaths that I got from Dollar General last year on clearance. And then down here over in this area, I have switched everything around here in the kitchen. It looks way different than it did when I did my decorate with me. But over here in this area, I have this Christmas tree cheese board. And then I have this little truck and tree in the back salt and pepper shaker. And then this little flower piece here. This is actually a canister, and I just turned it into kind of a vase and added the stems that I got from Temu this year. And the bow, I kind of just DIY. I took this off of a old Dollar Tree doorknob hanger, and I just took the ribbon off and put it on the vase. And then this little tree came from Dollar Tree. It does light up, but I don't have any batteries in that. And then up above the stove, I have this Cloth & Co. toy shop sign that I got from an antique store on clearance last year. And then I have this Christmas Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses towel that I got from Dollar General a couple of years ago. I actually think it was last year when I got it. And then that's my daughter's little Christmas placemat that I got her from Dollar General. And then over here, I have these 3 trees. This tree is from an antique store, and then this tree actually came from Dollar General a couple of years ago. And then I just added the bells from the old Dollar Tree door knob hanger that I took apart. And then over here, I have this Christmas truck globe lantern that I got from Dollar General a couple of years ago. And then I have this little house here, Christmas house. It came in the kit with the gingerbread man and the gingerbread Mrs. Claus gingerbread bakery sign. And then I have my Fraser Fur Sand and Fog soap that I love. I got from TJ Maxx. And then added the Cookies for Santa sign here. And then up above, I have some garland with some lights. And then I have this little piece here that my mama made. And then over here, I have this little tree that I got from Dollar General a couple of years ago, or it was probably last year when I got it. And then over here is our advent calendar that we got from TJ Maxx, and my daughter loves it. She loves it. She tells me and lets me know when she wants to open it up. So, but she loves doing that every day. And then over here in this area, I have this piece that my mama made. She added some lights inside. And then we have the countdown to Christmas snowman. And then I added the little deer here. The deer is actually an ornament, and it came from Walmart. I think it was last year. And then I just added some ornaments that I got from Dollar General in there. And then over here on top of the microwave, I did have like a Santa Claus mug topper on here. I decided to add some ribbon. I thought that looked a little bit better. And then I can just put that here as well. So I added some ribbon. Those are the cookies that my daughter and I made. They're the hot cocoa cookies. And we love them. They are so good. This is how everything looks at night. And this is my daughter's playroom. I didn't do too much in here. First off, she has her Frozen stocking that her daddy got her from Dollar General last year. She loves Frozen. Anything Frozen, she loves. And then this Santa stocking holder I got from Dollar Tree years ago. And then this Merry and Bright sign came from Dollar Tree, sorry, in the plus section. And then this tree, unicorn tree, came from Walmart. And I think I got that last year. Our elf Cindy Lou. And then this sea ornament came from Dollar General. And that's all I did for her entertainment center. And then these are her shelves. On the top shelf, she has the How the Grinch Stole Christmas book. And then we did like a little footprint Christmas tree last year. And then the snowman shelf sitter. And then down here, the Santa Claus on this shelf. And then over here on these, she has the Night Before Christmas book. And I think behind it is a Christmas Carol book that came from Dollar Tree years ago. And then the reindeer. And then our Scout Elf Eve. And the snowman. And then down here, I normally would put lights around her bakery. I did not do that this year. But down here, she has the Fresh Baked Gingerbread Bakery sign from Dollar General. And then over here, I always put something over here on the side. And it is the Oven Baked Gingerbread from Dollar General. And then over here in this area, up above, she has the To Santa North Pole sign from Dollar General. And then we have Gingy. She got Gingy last year. She found him at Walmart and picked him up and just carried him out throughout the whole store. So she picked him out herself. And then our elf Bernard. And the little camper and gingerbread house came from Dollar Tree. And then she has another little gingerbread house here from Walmart. And that is pretty much it for her playroom. And my daughter's bedroom. Over here, she has Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Clarice. That little reindeer she won at a, well, someone won it for her at a birthday party we recently went to. And then her first Christmas blanket. And then over here, we have Santa Claus garland from Dollar General a couple of years ago. Or it could have been last year. And then her tree that she decorated, which was her favorite thing. We have Frosty the Snowman, Grinch, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer ornaments. Next year I do intend on getting her a bigger tree for in here. And then over here in this area, she has her stocking from Walmart. This snowman stocking holder from Dollar Tree years ago. And then a reindeer tea light candle holder. Her Letters to Santa mailbox came from Amazon last year. And then the Welcome to the North Pole Santa Sleigh Elf Village Reindeer Way. I got that from Walmart. I actually think I got that a couple of years ago, actually. The mailbox. In our bathroom, I have this fun and festive shower curtain here that I got from Walmart a couple of years ago. And then down here, I have this tree. And then up on the shelves, I have this Christmas birdhouse, these two flock trees. And then I have those two trees there that I got from an antique store. The Let It Snow sign, and then that snowman tea light candle holder I got from Walmart years ago. And then over here I have this Merry and Bright soap dispenser. I normally have a red Christmas towel here, but it has to be cleaned. In our bedroom, I have a Christmas ambiance going on. And then we have these two trees. I decided to put the trees on each side of the dressers instead. And I love it that way. These trees I got from Walmart. They do have plug-in clear lights, but I decided to put some battery pack multicolor lights around instead. And then we added some stockings. I made it a little bit more Christmassy in here since to decorate with me. I have some garland with some lights. And then I added some ornaments from Dollar General this year. These deer are from TJ Maxx, new this year. And then the little trees are from Walmart last year. And then I have this song sheet, Silent Night, one of my favorite Christmas songs. And then up above our bed, I have these three little wreaths from Dollar General last year on clearance. Added some garland with some lights. The garland is from Walmart. On the nightstand, I have this little set of houses that is new from Dollar General this year. These are actually little coasters, and I got those from an antique store. And then on that nightstand over there, I have some little churches from Walmart. And then I added our Christmas quilt with the pillow shams, and then the I put the throw pillows and the joy pillow. They were all in a gift set. I put them back on the bed. And this is how it all looks at night. Y'all, that is going to be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This would be the last video up until after Christmas. But I hope y'all have a very Merry Christmas, and I will talk to y'all after Christmas. Bye, y'all.